guys, welcome to Skipper Surf Review. I'm Yuri Tsudenov, and today I'm going to review 5 mid-lengths. So I surf this board from small up to medium-sized waves and would like to share my experience with all of them. And also, if you are going through some mid-length crisis, this is going to be really interesting for you to pick the right board or maybe change your board to something else to have more fun, maybe a little bit more glide and speed. So, and by the way guys, if you like my reviews, please subscribe. This will really help this channel to grow. Let's get started. So I have 5 mid-lengths, and the first mid-length is Album Plasmic. This board is in size 7.2, has about 50 liters of volume, and this is just a twin fin. So the second one is Lost Smooth Operator. This board is in size 7.4. It also has 50 liters of volume, has more fin options for you. Single fin, you can do thruster, you can do 2+1, you can do even quad, or even twinny. So more options for you. The next one is Firewire Seaside Beyond, designed by Rob Machado. This board has only 2 fin options. You can go as a quad or as a twin fin. It has 45 liters of volume. Then we have another board from Rob Machado. This is Firewire Sunday. It has 53.8 liters of volume, have only 3 fin options. You can go as a single fin, as a twin fin, or 2+1. And the last one is CI Mid. This board has 3 fin options, single fin, 2+1, twinny, and it has 47.3 liters of volume. So all of these boards coming in different sizes. At average, it starts from 6.8 and go up to 7.8, or I believe maybe 8 or some of them. And you can pick the right volume for yourself and also the right feelings. And let's talk about feelings. If you want to have a mid-length with a more shortboard feel, I would just suggest going straight with the size 6.8. And if you want to have a proper mid-length and have a little bit better glide and flow, then I would start considering the size 7.0 and above. So just in general, the bigger you go, the more flow you get and the more glide. But the downside is it will be harder to do duck dives. So from my experience, I've been on the 7.0 for a long time. So I was on the Seaside Beyond 7.0, and then I switched to Album Plasmic 7.2. I've been putting a lot of time into the mid-length, and I kind of get used to do duck dives through sunsets, through some white water. I think over the time you build the muscle to push the board down, and that kind of helps. So if you were always on the shortboard and wanted to get the mid-length and you jump on the 7.0 straight from your shortboard 5.6, which has an average 30 liters of volume, then it will be really hard to do that first. But once you put probably maybe 10-20 sessions in, you will get too used to timing and figuring out when the best time to duck dive. So it's totally possible, but for myself, I cannot do duck dive the boards over 50 liters of volume. It's nearly impossible for myself. It just physically I can do it. If I was probably a little bit heavier, maybe 10-20 pounds more, I would probably be able to do it, but unfortunately I can't. So this is something to consider, and now we're gonna talk about each board in details, how it performs and what you can expect from it. So I want to start with my favorite mid-length, which is 7.2 Album Plasmic. It's a twin fin, pretty beefy, but this board allows me to catch anything. Basically, I paddle on this board as like a longboard. I get into the waves super earlier than any of these mid-lengths I have behind me, and have a really nice projection down the line, a lot of speed, and also maneuverability. And I feel like the mid-length is going into 2 categories. One category is when they allow you to force them, and another one when not. So this is going to the first category. It allows you to force it. You can get more speed down the line and make a turn when you want to. But the second category is when you really need to build that momentum to do the turn and kind of go with the wave, what it offers you. And it is just unofficial. This is how I kind of consider mid-lengths. And also, if you have any, suggestions, or if you have any thoughts on that, please leave them in the comment section below. I would recommend this board to anyone who is transitioning from a longboard, or if you are on a shortboard and want to have something more stable. You don't want to carry two boards to the beach, and this is something that will work in all conditions. So this is 7.0 Firewire Seaside and Beyond. This is my second favorite mid-length. This board will give you the closest shortboard feel out of all my mid-lengths. I would recommend this board to all surfers. If you're transitioning from a mid-length to shortboard, or from shortboard to mid-length, just to kind of have a lot of fun when it's crowded, get a lot of waves. Really easy to surf, really easy to do turns. Once you move your back foot all the way to the tail pad, and you're gonna have that feel. The board listens to you. You can really do sharper turns when you want to. You don't really have to take time to set up for your turn, and it just turns whenever you want to. So really user-friendly. If you're looking for one, I would recommend to pick the right size. I've done my first review on it on my blog, and if you want to watch it, I will leave the link in the description below. So you can surf this board also as a twin fin. Originally it comes as a quad, but if you decide to go as a twin, just pop out these trailer fins, and you're gonna have more speed. I would recommend surfing it when it's mushy, sloppy, weak, 1 to 3 foot. Then you're gonna have a lot of fun. However, when it's a little bit bigger, if you pop out these trailer fins, I noticed the board would not hold the line, so the tail would be wiggling and it would slide off on the takeoff, really going unpredictable. So, but in general, quad is the way to go. This is Firewire Sunday. It's in size 7.0. Has 54 liters of volume, so it's a lot. I cannot duck dive this board at all, and I wish they would put less volume into this model, and then it would work much better, in my opinion. So has a really nice fin setup. So you can go as a single fin if you want to have more glide, and pop in twin fin when you want to have a little bit more shortboard feel. The board has really short response time in the water, really fast down the line, but it makes it really challenging to do late drops. There's a lot of volume right in the tail, so when you surf steeper waves or trying to do late drops, the tail lifts up and the board curls. So if you have the same board, the same dimensions, let me know if you experience the same. Would be really interesting to hear from you guys what you're going through. So this board is not my favorite. I really like to play with it this summer, so I'm gonna keep it and then see how it feels. But for now, I just take it out when it's like really weak, kind of windy day, might work as well. But when it's pumping and I surf beach break, I wouldn't really bother. But if it's a point break, then it should be really fun. Because on the point break, the wave's breaking pretty much in the same spot. It's more predictable, and finding the takeoff spot wouldn't be a problem for most people. However, I would recommend this board to intermediate and above level surfers. So I feel like the beginners would have a little bit hard time surfing on this board. It's not stable as any other mid-lengths I ever surfed. So yeah, this is my takeaway with Sunday. Something to consider. We came to the board that has the best glide out of 5, and this is CI Mid. It's in size 7.2, and I had this board in size 7.0, which I sold a month ago. So what I like about this board is its glide and projection down the line. So if you are a surfer who wants to just cruise down the line and have time to set up for a turn, then this is the board to go. You would really appreciate how the board flows and works on the waves. But I would consider this board surfing in 3+ foot waves. So for small days, it would go well for cruising down the line, but it would be really challenging to do turns because you really want to draw different lines and wait until the wave allows you to do so. So something to consider, this board paddles really well in windy days, when it's even weak, it works. I mean, I surfed pretty much in all conditions. I would consider this board as all around. So if I didn't have any other choices, I would go with this board for sure. So the board I had, it was in 7.0, and I think I wouldn't go lower. I recently tried the 6.8 version, and I didn't really like it. I mean, it was fast, responsive, but I think it was missing a lot of glide down the line. So I would have to work really hard to get the speed. Even the wave was around 3 feet, it still didn't allow me to be more relaxed on the wave. So I would go with a 7.0, something like that, if I decide to go back to CIMB. This is 7.4 Lost Smooth Operator. I borrowed this board from my friend who owns it, and he loves it. Unfortunately for me, it was something different. I didn't have good time. I could go down the line, but to do turns, it didn't work. I felt like I was kind of stuck. The board didn't want to turn at all. Maybe it was just a different fin setup. It was set up the same way. I think it's kind of going as a thruster. So if I would go maybe as a twin fin or as a single fin, maybe it would turn better. It's pretty light, and it has a really nice rails. It's also knifey, so I think like if you like kind of see the rocker, I think it can handle really nice waves, steep waves as well. But it has a really nice glide, so I was able to get to to the stand from the takeoff. So this is something I wanted to share with you. And if you guys have Smooth Operator, let me know what you think. Leave your comments in the comment section below. So it would be really interesting to know your experience with that. And I kind of blame maybe the fin setup. Maybe if I would go with a twin fin or a single fin, it would work better. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like my reviews, please subscribe. Also, if you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. And I may have not covered all of the stuff about these boards. So if you think I missed something, please ask me. I'm always happy to help you guys. Thank you for your support, and until next time, goodbye.